Obviously what I got here is a good old-fashioned bicycle. Very old-fashioned. And obviously these are a lovely pair of walking shoes. What is not obvious is why we as Americans choose to take more time and energy to get into our car to drive 500 feet to the corner market instead of putting on our walking shoes and walking there. Today I'm going to persuade y'all to use alternative forms of transportation. I myself am a fan of the environment and how we can create it, or how we can help create a healthier environment, and I'm also interested in creating a better me, like a better self. So that is why I chose to talk to y'all on this subject. It's important to understand the problems that come with not seizing the opportunity to use different modes of transportation, and the solutions that we can have for them, and the visualization that comes from them. Alternative forms of transportation are often overlooked by Americans, and that is where the problem comes in. Koji Ami said, he's an environmentalist, and he said that cars require oil, and the consumption of oil is responsible for emissions of greenhouse gases to the atmosphere. The EPA.gov said that fossil fuels for transportation accounts for about 32% of total U.S. CO2 emissions, and that in turn accounts for 27% of total U.S. greenhouse emissions. So if that's just the numbers for the United States, imagine cities like in China that are huge and have the 3-week traffic jams. So not only is the problem hurting the environment, but also it's hurting our pockets as well, seeing as the average annual cost for a bicycle is $308, and the average annual cost for operating a car is over $8,000. Although we do have these negative problems, there are solutions. Don't worry. Susan Handy, environmental scientist at University of California, said that bicycling is not only a mode of transportation, but it's also a form of physical activity, and we are given benefits to ourselves as well as to the community from using a bicycle. Forbes magazine said that a bike is an economic catalyst. It keeps billions of dollars in the pockets of American families. And everybody doesn't have a bicycle, which is fine. And so that leads me to say that walking is also another mode of transportation that we often overlook. Walking can reduce the risk of disease, including heart attacks and strokes, according to the Center for American Progress. And walking also helps manage weight control and blood pressure. This is kind of a picture that puts like a lighter edge on something that's kind of a serious problem. It just says that the bike is the one that runs on fat and saves you money, but the car is the one that runs on money and makes you fat, which doesn't really make you fat, but you know. Clean air means a happy environment, and a happy environment means happy people. So the benefits of alternative transportation include depression prevention, arthritis relief, stronger bones, and this is all coming from the physical activity that's happening when we are biking and when we are walking to where we want to go instead of hopping in the car and driving. Forbes magazine also did a research where they asked Americans if they would be happy and support maintaining or increasing the federal funding for biking and walking, and 80% of them agreed. So not only are we making the environment happy, but we're making the people that live in it happy, and that's creating a better, well, I'd say a better world. So May is actually happening in a week. And May is National Bike Month, and it's where it's like raising bike awareness and to drive your bike to all your work and all your school, and that's actually really easy for us in this town. So I'm challenging y'all to participate in it at least twice, and just see whether it's you going across the street on your bike or down to the corner market on your bike. And if you don't have a bike, then you can make May National Walking Month, where you can walk to all your places instead of biking. And so there is no excuse to be made to not be involved in a part of alternative transportation.